Hi, Cam here. I've just watched a documentary, 20 minutes ago, called Fat. So I've watched it on YouTube, and it was painful to watch, man. It was difficult. It's a hard watch. Basically, that's pseudoscience, and I think I'm gonna take the time to make another video and dissect that documentary properly, But now I've just watched it now, like 15, 20 minutes ago, and look, that was rubbish, man. That was nonsense, Pseudoscience mixed with a little bit of tourism, and the whole thing has been packaged into a very dangerous product there. And I can just imagine this documentary creating all sorts of confusion for lay people, for people who are not medical people, As a doctor myself, and having a very special interest in diet and nutrition, I watched that documentary and I was disappointed, Very little facts. No research, no references to RCTs, randomized controlled trials, no peer-reviewed publications to back up all these claims there, just some pseudoscience, man, some bro science there, and that's very dangerous. The documentary starts with this father who talks about the benefits of the ketogenic diet for the treatment of patients who are epileptic and not responsive to conventional medical drugs. And it's true, it's published, it's a fact. A ketogenic diet will help a subset of patients, a subset of epileptic patients who are non-responsive to epileptic medication. So fine, that's fine. But even the father himself says that, this is not for all patients. It has helped a third of the epileptic patients exposed to that. A third did not benefit from that. And a third, although the seizures did not stop completely, the seizures, the number of seizures decreased, So it starts from a scientific basis, it starts well. From there, it quickly derails into the world of pseudoscience, bro science, and fairy tale nonsense and all that stuff, which is a shame. And then the worst thing is that, you have some doctors, some physicians in that documentary who are coming in, and clearly they've got no knowledge, no proper knowledge of nutrition and the macronutrients and macronutrients of the body, and they just come in and basically talk a lot of nonsense, a lot of stuff that's not substantiated with the research. When you make a statement, show the RCTs backing up your statement. So in the field of medicine, we always talk about RCTs, randomized controlled trials, and peer-reviewed studies. An ideal review is a peer-reviewed, randomized controlled trial. But if you're going to come and you're going to talk about your own case, me as an individual, I changed my diet like this, and the benefits were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're talking about one person, yourself, out of 7.5 billion people. No. Take 1,000 patients, test your theory on 1,000 patients, and then tell us that, of 1,000 patients, 997 had the desired effects. 3 patients absconded or decided to stop participating in the study or something like that, So yeah, look, I'm not gonna make this video long, just to say that, it's a waste of time, man. It's actually painful to watch, man. I mean, anybody can produce a documentary, pick up a camera and yeah, to encourage people to eat fat, to eat fatty food, highly saturated food, and all that stuff. It's just silly, There's 3 major macronutrients in life that we need, right? That's proteins, that's carbohydrates, and that's fats. Yeah. Now, any diet, any good diet should be talking about proteins, about carbohydrates, about fats, yeah, but also about cholesterol. So we talk about these 4 values, right? Proteins are proteins, not much to talk about. It's straightforward, Carbohydrates, on the other hand, they divide into simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates, right? There's quite a difference between the two. Simple carbohydrates, your fruits, your vegetables, are probably the best carbohydrates you could take, Complex carbohydrates, rice, pasta, bread, they're good in moderation, but not as good as your simple carbohydrate. Here we're going to talk about the glycemic index and all that stuff. Fats are divided, on the other hand, into saturated fats, unsaturated fats, and trans fats, right? Today in 2019, trans fats, I don't think there's any food manufacturing company who's still using trans fats, I mean, maybe there is some, but trans fats have been largely eliminated because of the dangers of trans fat, right? Unsaturated fat can be divided again into multiple different types of unsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, monounsaturated fats, saturated fats as well, have many subdivisions to it, So that in itself is a long topic, The balance between your proteins, your simple carbohydrates, your complex carbohydrates, your saturated fats, your unsaturated fats, and your cholesterol is a science. Not talking about cholesterol, you've got your exogenous cholesterol and your endogenous cholesterol. To just say that, even if you don't ingest cholesterol, your body is producing cholesterol. Of course, your body is producing cholesterol, That's your endogenous cholesterol. You need cholesterol to live. Your body needs fat to survive, needs proteins to survive, needs carbohydrates, sugar, glucose to survive. You also need water to survive. But if you're going to drink 50 liters of water a day, you're going to get pulmonary edema and you will die. Just like if you eat too much glucose, you will die. Too much fat, you will die. And an excessive amount of protein can actually kill you, right? So all those things, man, I mean, Anyway, man, this documentary is nonsense. Worst documentary I've seen this year, 2019, since that 4-hour-long Michael Jackson documentary. That was also something with no facts, no proof, no... Yeah, anyway, man, don't waste your time watching it. If you're not a doctor, you're going to get confused. Cheers.